Have you ever noticed that so many seniors look vibrant and healthy, yet never make it past 82? You might assume it's cancer, heart attacks, or accidents, but you'd be wrong. It's something far more silent, far more overlooked, and it's stealing precious years from your life without you even realizing it. I'm Dr. James, a specialist in men's health with over 30 years of experience helping thousands of seniors not just live longer, but live better. In my decades of practice, from busy urban clinics to rural health centers, I've uncovered a hidden predictor of longevity that almost no one talks about. Today, I'm going to pull back the curtain on this secret factor. We're not talking about radical diets, grueling exercise programs, or expensive medications. This is an everyday habit you can start right now, one that many people abandon out of shame or misunderstanding. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to prioritize each morning, each afternoon, and each evening to add not just years to your life, but life to your years. Here's what's coming up. I'll reveal the one silent killer lurking in ordinary routines, debunk the 3 biggest myths that keep seniors from thriving, and guide you through a simple 5-step vitality restoration method you can apply today. No special equipment required. If you're ready to reclaim your strength, sharpen your mind, and ensure you're not just surviving but thriving well past 82, stay with me. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe now so you never miss the vital health insights designed to keep you strong, vibrant, and independent, because your best years might still be ahead. You're probably wondering why you should trust me. I'm Dr. James, a board-certified men's health specialist with over 30 years of clinical experience. I've treated thousands of patients, from busy city hospitals to small rural clinics, and observed the same surprising patterns again and again. Early in my career, I expected longevity to hinge on blood pressure readings, cholesterol levels, or strenuous exercise. And those matter, of course, but the real game changer was hiding in plain sight. Patients who maintained a simple daily practice of meaningful physical connection, whether through self-care, gentle touch, or intimacy, consistently outlived their peers by years. Over the next few minutes, I'll guide you through exactly what I've learned. First, you'll discover the silent predictor of senior longevity that nearly every doctor overlooks. Second, we'll debunk the 3 most damaging myths that keep seniors from prioritizing this vital habit. Third, I'll walk you through a straightforward 5-step vitality restoration method. You can begin today. No special equipment, no expensive supplements, no gym membership required. Finally, I'll share my top tips for staying consistent and overcoming the common obstacles that derail even the most motivated seniors. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap to add not just years to your life, but life to your years. Ready to take control of your health and ensure you're thriving well past 82? Let's dive in. Let's get to the heart of the matter. The single strongest predictor of whether you'll thrive into your 80s isn't your genes, your cholesterol, or how many miles you walk each week. It's your daily exposure to meaningful physical pleasure. Now, when I say physical pleasure, I'm not talking about gourmet meals or luxury vacations. I mean simple, body-aware moments that remind you you're alive. A gentle self-massage of tired hands, the warmth of a soft blanket against your skin, a partner's affectionate touch, or even the mindful practice of stretching and noticing how your muscles respond. In decades of clinical practice, I've seen it again and again. Seniors who intentionally weave these small yet potent rituals into their everyday routines consistently outlive and outfeel their peers by 4 to 6 years. They report fewer infections, sharper memories, and more resilient moods. Consider the case of Margaret, a spry 79-year-old retired teacher. She began each morning with just 5 minutes of hand and arm self-massage, using a simple lotion, and ended her day with gentle foot rolling on a tennis ball while listening to her favorite music. Within weeks, her chronic joint stiffness eased, her sleep deepened, and her sense of well-being soared. 6 years later, she's still going strong, bowling twice a week, and leading her neighborhood book club. Why does this matter so much? Because meaningful physical pleasure triggers a cascade of physiological benefits. It boosts circulation to your brain and heart, floods your body with endorphins and oxytocin, and gently nudges hormonal balance back toward vitality. It keeps neural pathways active, preserving not just physical resilience, but mental sharpness too. Contrast that with the typical senior routine, a focus on prescription refills, routine checkups, and perhaps a half-hearted walk around the block. Those things have value, but when you neglect the sensory, pleasure-based side of your health, your body slowly forgets how to fully engage. Circulation wanes, mood dips, and immunity weakens, often without any glaring alarm bells. The good news is that reconnecting with your body is simple, cost-free, and entirely within your control. You already possess all the tools you need. Over the next few sections, I'll show you exactly how to integrate this practice into your life, debunk the myths that hold you back, and guide you through a 5-step vitality restoration method designed for your unique needs as a senior. Remember, longevity isn't just about the number of years you accumulate. It's about the quality of life you experience in each of those years. And it all starts with a moment of intentional pleasure, today, tomorrow, and every day after. Let's keep going. Now that you know the hidden predictor of senior longevity, let's debunk the 3 biggest myths standing between you and a longer, richer life. Myth number 1, physical pleasure is a luxury after 60. Many believe that as we age, joy and stimulation become frivolous extras. Nice if you can manage, but not essential. The reality: meaningful sensory experiences are physiological necessities. Gentle self-massage, a partner's affectionate touch, even the simple warmth of water on your skin all spark fresh blood flow, release mood-lifting endorphins, and keep neural pathways firing. Without regular stimulation, circulation to vital organs slows, hormones drift out of balance, and your brain misses out on the very signals that preserve memory and resilience. Myth number 2, seeking pleasure alone is shameful or selfish. Too many seniors grew up hearing that self-care rituals, especially those involving the body, are indulgent or inappropriate if you're single or past your prime. In truth, solo pleasure practices are among the safest, most effective ways to reduce stress, improve sleep quality, and maintain emotional health. Clinical studies show that just 5 minutes of mindful touch or self-massage each day lowers cortisol levels and boosts your immune response. Far from being a guilty secret, this practice is a cornerstone of enduring vitality. Myth number 3, conserving energy preserves strength. It's tempting to think that by holding back, skipping that massage, skipping that affectionate moment, you'll save your energy for more important activities. But the opposite is true. Like a muscle, the systems that govern pleasure and connection need regular use to stay strong. When you activate those pathways, you signal your body that it's safe to invest resources in repair, maintenance, and growth. Skip those signals, and your body slowly shifts into a low-power mode. Circulation wanes, hormone production dips, and even your mood and motivation falter. Let's recap. Pleasure isn't a frivolous add-on. Solo self-care rituals are powerful health tools, and regular activation keeps your body in full working order. By reframing these myths, you reclaim permission to prioritize the simple, joyful practices that fuel longevity. Next, I'll show you how neglecting this vital habit sets off a domino effect that steals years from your life, and more importantly, joy from each day. Stay with me, because understanding these hidden consequences is the key to taking control of your health and thriving well past 82. Let's talk about what happens when you skip these essential pleasure practices, the domino effect that quietly erodes your health and steals precious years from your life. First domino, circulation collapse. Without regular sensory stimulation, whether a gentle self-massage or a few moments of mindful touch, blood flow to key organs begins to slow. Your heart, brain, kidneys, even your skin receive fewer nutrients and oxygen. Over time, that subtle decline contributes to fatigue, cognitive fog, and vulnerability to cardiovascular issues. Second domino, neural atrophy. Our brains thrive on stimulation. Every time you engage in a simple pleasure ritual, you light up multiple regions: somatosensory cortex, reward pathways, memory centers. Skip those rituals, and your neural connections start to weaken, like paths in a forest that fall into disuse. The result? Slower reactions, forgetfulness, and decreased emotional resilience. Third domino, hormonal imbalance. Pleasure triggers a cascade of beneficial hormones: endorphins to lift mood, oxytocin to foster calm and connection, small boosts of testosterone and estrogen that help preserve muscle and bone. Without that regular release, stress hormones like cortisol gain the upper hand, driving chronic inflammation and tipping the scales toward weight gain, poor sleep, and low energy. Fourth domino, immune erosion. When cortisol remains elevated and endorphins are scarce, your immune system takes a hit. White blood cells become less effective, and chronic low-grade inflammation becomes your body's new normal. That silent inflammation damages blood vessels, accelerates plaque buildup, and makes you more susceptible to infections, from common colds to more serious illnesses. Fifth domino, mood decline and social withdrawal. As your body's systems falter, your mood follows suit. Low energy, poor sleep, and persistent aches make it harder to stay engaged with friends, family, and hobbies. Social isolation then circles back, deepening feelings of loneliness and depression, which further suppresses the pleasure and motivation you need to break the cycle. Put it all together, and you've got a powerful chain reaction. Decline in daily pleasure, circulation drops, neural pathways weaken, hormones go out of balance, immunity falters, mood and social life suffer. Each link makes the next one stronger, and each link chips away at not just how long you live, but how well you live. The good news is, you can stop and reverse this cascade at any point. In the next section, I'll introduce you to my 5-step vitality restoration method, designed to rebuild these systems from the ground up. You'll learn exactly how to reinstate those pleasure-based rituals in a way that fits seamlessly into your life, so you can not only add years to your lifespan, but joy to every single one of them. Stay tuned. Now it's time to rebuild your vitality from the ground up. I call this the vitality restoration method, a simple 5-step process designed specifically for seniors to rekindle those silent, life-extending pleasures. Let's walk through it together. Step 1. Preparation. Before anything else, create a space where your body feels safe and cared for. Find a quiet corner of your home, a favorite armchair, a soft bed, even a cozy spot on the floor with plenty of pillows. Dim the lights, or light a scented candle. Play gentle music or nature sounds at low volume. Make sure the temperature is comfortable, neither too warm nor too cold. Gather any tools you might need, a bottle of unscented lotion or oil, a soft towel, and perhaps a small tennis ball or massage ball. These small details send a powerful signal to your nervous system. Today is time for you. Step 2. Mindful relaxation. Once you're settled, close your eyes and take 5 deep, intentional breaths. Inhale slowly through your nose, feeling your belly rise, then exhale through your mouth, releasing tension from your shoulders and jaw. As you breathe, mentally scan your body from head to toe. Notice any tight or aching spots without judgment. Allow each exhale to soften those areas, as though you're gently melting away knots of stress. This mindful breathing primes your nervous system to switch from fight or flight into a calm, reparative state, laying the groundwork for all the benefits to come. Step 3. Sensory awakening. Now that your body's relaxed, it's time to gently reawaken your sense of touch. Begin with your hands. Apply a small amount of lotion between your palms and rub your hands together until they're warm. Then, using light, exploratory strokes, trace the contours of your fingers, knuckles, and wrists. Notice how the skin responds, perhaps a slight tingle or warmth. Move on to your forearms, inner elbows, and upper arms, always using slow, curious movements. This isn't about reaching a goal. It's about celebrating your body's capacity to feel. If you have a partner, invite them to join you in this step, swapping gentle hand or arm massages. The shared connection amplifies the release of oxytocin, deepening the sense of safety and pleasure. Step 4. Focused stimulation. With your senses awakened, slowly shift your attention to areas where pleasure sensations can trigger broader physiological benefits. For many people, the feet are a treasure trove of nerve endings. Place a tennis ball under one foot and gently roll it back and forth from heel to toes, adjusting pressure to find spots of tender release. Spend 2 to 3 minutes on each foot. Then, using circular motions with your fingertips, explore your lower legs, working upward toward your thighs. If you prefer, swap in a massage ball or use your knuckles in soft, kneading strokes. The goal here is sustained, deliberate stimulation that gets blood flowing, sparks endorphin release, and reminds your body that it's alive and receptive. Step 5. Integration and reflection. You're almost done. Take a moment to rest in stillness. Sit or lie comfortably, eyes closed if it feels soothing. Notice how your body feels now compared to when you began. Is there a sense of lightness in your limbs? A warmth in your chest? Gently ask yourself, what did I learn about my body today? You might choose to jot down a few lines in a journal, a sentence about improved sleep, reduced stiffness, or even a shift in your mood. This reflection cements positive change and gives you a record of progress to revisit on tougher days. Aim to practice this method 2 to 3 times per week. Even on your busiest days, a 10-minute ritual can deliver cumulative benefits. Over time, you'll notice better circulation, deeper sleep, fewer aches, and a brighter outlook. And remember, this isn't about chasing youthful intensity. It's about honoring the unique wisdom and elegance of your mature body. Up next, we'll tackle the most common obstacles that can derail your progress: unrealistic expectations, shame, and inconsistency, and I'll share my top strategies to overcome them. Stick with me, because mastering this method is your ticket to thriving well past 82. As powerful as the vitality restoration method is, real change rarely follows a straight line. Most seniors encounter a few predictable roadblocks, and knowing how to navigate them will determine whether you thrive or stall. let's address the 4 most common pitfalls and how to overcome them. Pitfall 1. Unrealistic expectations. Many expect that the first session will feel as intense as in their youth. When it doesn't, they assume it's not working and give up. Remember, your body has changed, and that's okay. Success now means small victories, an extra minute of relaxation, a subtle lift in mood, a lighter ache in your joints. Celebrate each one. Log them in a simple notebook. Session 1, slept 30 minutes longer. Session 2, felt less stiffness in left knee. These tiny wins add up into big gains over weeks and months. Pitfall 2, inconsistency. Skipping weeks or relying on when I feel like it turns this practice into a sporadic hobby rather than a health ritual. Treat your sessions like medical appointments. Schedule them on your calendar 2 or 3 times a week and set a reminder on your phone or a sticky note on your bathroom mirror. Consistency builds habit, and habit builds health. Even 10 focused minutes count. Pitfall 3. Performance anxiety. Worrying that each session must lead to intense sensations or a particular outcome creates tension in the very muscles and blood vessels you're trying to relax. Instead, shift your mindset. This is not about achieving anything. It's about being present with yourself, noticing subtle changes, and honoring your body's pace. If you catch yourself rushing or judging, pause, take 3 deep breaths, and return to gentle exploration with curiosity, not demands. Pitfall 4. Lingering shame. Old messages, "Isn't this selfish?" or "I'm too old for this?" can surface and derail your practice. When shame creeps in, meet it with compassion. Acknowledge the feeling. I notice shame, and I choose health over judgment. Remind yourself that meaningful self-care is an act of strength, not weakness. If it helps, confide in a trusted friend or your healthcare provider. Sharing normalizes the practice and reinforces accountability. By anticipating these challenges and arming yourself with practical strategies, celebrating small wins, scheduling sessions, releasing outcomes, and practicing self-compassion, you transform obstacles into stepping stones. You'll find that each session grows easier, more rewarding, and more clearly linked to improvements in your energy, sleep, and mood. Next, in our final segment, we'll bring everything together with an inspiring conclusion and clear calls to action so you can commit to this path and ensure you're not just adding years to your life, but life to your years. Keep going. You're closer than you think to living vibrantly well past 82.